What's up? Yeah. What it do? Hold on, I'm not even prepared. Hold on, bro. Crazy. What it do? You tube. Hey man, now look. Today we about to react to a video from Marquise Brown. I think that's your name. The Marquise Brown. The Google Pixel 8a impression. Just get the 8. Now, if y'all don't know, I really like technology. I never really react to it. So I'm like, why not? It's something fresh, it's something new. Let me see.
All right, so there is just one thing that's starting to feel a little bit weird with this new Pixel, but I'll get to that by the end of this video. Let's just start with the obvious stuff, what's actually new here. So I just got some hands-on time with Google's new budget phone, the Pixel 8a, and I can confirm they're mostly sticking to the script here. Keeping it simple, last year's phone was already really good, making a few key improvements where it counts, and keeping the price the same, $500. $500 isn't cheap, but it's also not a flagship. It's definitely in this nice little mid-range territory. And I feel like the Pixel has been slowly catching up their hardware to the rest of the competition in this price point. So at first glance, it is, well, pretty unmistakably a Pixel with the camera bar up top. But there's a little change. There's a little bit more rounded edges. I really hope I'm not the only one getting round SpongeBob vibes from these corners, but that's definitely what I see. But that's the main design change back here. And then also around the back, it's still got wireless charging. It still has the same main camera sensor as the 7a with an ultra wide next to it. But now there's new colors and this new matte texture. So there's a black and a white that are called Obsidian and Porcelain, which look pretty tame. But then there's also a new green and blue called Aloe and Bay, and they are definitely more vibrant. The rails and the camera bar are all aluminum still. It's still IP67 rated. And then there's a slightly larger battery, but I mean, we're talking very slight here. I think it goes from 4,385 milliamp hours to just over 4,400, but it's still.
Fam. Hold on. Did y'all hear that? Whew, bro, I gotta get up out of here. Yo. But I think somebody just shot, bro. I don't know, bro. I live in St. Louis, bro. For y'all that don't know, fam. Yeah, and they get crazy. I don't. Yo. But I would I would get a Galaxy 8, bro, just to see how it is. I feel like the more the technology keep on coming out, the more cheaper the other tech is gonna be down the line. Let's just bypass that. But I feel like tech is gonna get a lot more cheaper, especially if it's more options, and then you're not really competing with tech. If you get what I'm saying, for all the other companies, if like right now the Vision Pros are like up here right now, everybody's trying to get it, but it's also crazy. It's like 3,500 for some Vision Pros, which is wild. But Meta came out with the $500 pair. Then it's gonna be another company once they, you know what I'm saying, step in some new water. They come out with they pair and they pair and they pair. It's gonna be so many pairs that almost do all the same things that they gonna have to bring down the price. That's how I feel.
Has wireless charging too. Then on the inside, it's been bumped up to the new Tensor G3 chip from last year's flagships. So we know it's decently capable, if a little inefficient, but then it'll also start at 128 gigs of storage, but for the first time, they're also going to offer a 256 gig version of the A phone as well. And then around the front, an improved display. So it's the same size, still 6.1 inches, still has the middle hole punch cutout for the selfie camera, still has an optical fingerprint reader, but it's now an Actua display. So the peak brightness is 40% higher than before, and I think it's noticeable. This is one of those things that makes a big difference to everyday life and usability, just being able to see it outdoors. And it's now a POLED that gets up to 120 hertz instead of the 90 hertz like last year. Now, before you even type it, I know a lot of people are going to argue immediately this is not something that makes much of a difference to most Pixel buyers, and you're right. In fact, many of them will not notice this improvement just because smooth display is actually off again by default. So it's a 60 hertz phone out the box, and then you have to know to go into the settings and turn it on, and knowing it'll impact battery life. And then even once you do, it's not like locked at 120 hertz, it's dynamic up to 120 hertz. So I played around with this phone for a little bit. It did feel very smooth to me. It feels nice at 120 hertz. So I'm personally happy about that change, but I won't dwell on about it for too much longer. So from there, you already know what a Pixel is, right? This is the mid-range / budget version of the phone with great software. Like, this is the one with the really smart AI features like Call Assist and Pixel VPN and Magic Eraser audio and all kinds of other classic Google features. It's the one with easily the best speech-to-text transcription speed and accuracy I've ever used on a phone. It's reliable enough to just write whatever you want,
That's
emails,
tough.
texts, notes, whole paragraphs as
Dude,
fast as
bro, even my iPhone don't do that, bro. Not like a live like voice memo, like uh, unless it did it like a transcript of my live voice memo.
you want. It's also the one that's promised 7 years of updates, OS updates, security updates, feature drop updates, and it's the one with really good cameras, mostly basically unchanged from last year. But all the Pixel 7a did was literally get the highest ELO rating on our recent blind smartphone camera test, with millions of votes up against other top tier flagship phones. So I'd say that's a pretty good baseline. So it seems like a pretty safe bet, pretty easy bet if you're a Google or Pixel fan. But I'll just say here are my worries with this Pixel. So first of all, this is the first A-series device that they're going to enable Gemini Nano on, and Nano is the one that can go locally on the device entirely, which is great. They're probably going to make a big deal about it at the event and talk about it more at Google I/O and all this stuff. But there's also now like this weird inconsistency with different assistants on the Pixel phone. It's not even...
Have y'all used Google Gemini? If y'all haven't, it's basically like ChatGPT. But I feel like with Google Gemini, it's like the paid version of ChatGPT. But one thing that's tough about it is it can browse so web too. Like that ChatGPT really can't browse the current web too much unless it like come out with like an update. I don't know whenever you're watching this video, but it might come out with an update maybe down the road, a couple months, maybe a year from now, maybe a week. I don't know. Where they can do like live. Well, one thing I like about Google Gemini is you can literally browse. Like I was using it the other day. I was like, okay, give me some hotels that I can do around my area. That's between this time and this, well, between this budget and this budget. And then it was popping off all live results. Like not like something that's not live. Like it was live results that works for hotels, flights, that's everything, bro. You just gotta play around with it, bro. Cause I'm still kind of figuring out too.
even just this phone, but now you've got the Gemini app like shown off prominently on the home screen on these Pixel 8As, which is the latest available and most capable voice and multimodal AI search that they have. But then the Google search page right next to the home screen, if you tap the mic there, that's going to a totally separate but also very capable Google voice search with Google Assistant. Google is literally now developing two different assistants side by side with overlapping but not fully congruent capabilities. It's just a little weird, a little inconsistent, and we saw it coming and we knew this would happen, but I think they'll eventually have to consolidate them all into one. I think Gemini will do everything at some point. But then, hey, I guess the other thing to keep in mind is the price. So again, this phone's going to launch for $500 US.
That's
mid-range
cheap, bro.
phone, mid-range price, everything.
Y'all with iPhones don't even say, "Oh, I don't have $500, bro." iPhone film, bro. Them things. Well, my iPhone, bro, alone, I got the 14, bro, and that joint, bro, it cost like 1,000, 1,000 up, bro, when I got it. But luckily, I got mine for a deal, bro, for somebody that I know. But yeah, bro, 1,000 up, fam.
Seems reasonable here, but let me remind you, you can still buy last year's phone of the year, brand new Pixel 8 for $550. So this 8A right now is not that much cheaper than the 8. And if you do go with the 8, while it is a couple months old now, sure, you're also getting a phone with thinner bezels and a brighter, higher quality display, arguably even better cameras with bigger sensors, a bigger battery, faster charging, IP68, and it's the same Tensor G3. Like, is that not a way better feeling deal? I mean, if you can find one used, that's even better. Pixel 8 was just such a good phone for that price that it makes phones both more and less expensive feel like worse buys. Like I talked about how Pixel 8 Pro feels like such a hard sell because it's $250 more. But now it also kind of makes the Pixel 8a look a little too high priced. So either way, I'm sure Pixel 9 and 9 Pro, when they come out, will shake things up. But as of right now, Pixel 8a is it's a solid mid-ranger. It's solid. It's got all the stuff you kind of already know you're getting from a Pixel. And if you also plan on picking one of these up, then channel sponsor Dbrand also has you covered with their Hydro Dip skins. Now, I've been using Dbrand skins literally.
That was a smooth ad. Yeah, I know I'm a Hall of Fame ad skipper, bro.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yep, that's basically it, bro. If y'all let me know if y'all would cop this phone. If you could trade out your iPhone for this or whatever type of phone you got, would you trade out your phone for this? Me personally, one of the good features on iPhone is literally just FaceTime because I know the other individual got an iPhone. Damn, what is going on tonight? Come on, bro. I'm trying to make content, bro. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get out the hood. Roll to 10K. Let's get it, man. Let's